Welcome to Design a Life You Love, the Warrior Way. Let's give you just a minute or two to make sure people jump on, and then we'll get going. Okay, so we are a minute past 6, so let's get moving. I've done this like 4 times this week and a half, I guess it's been, and so I'm going to change it up a little bit today. So hang on, because I'm going without notes and without anything else. I just want to talk. So if you are ready to design a life you love, then this is the place for you. If you're wondering what's next for you in life, if you're feeling a little bit like maybe not feeling good enough about yourself and maybe it's too late for you, this is the place for you. If you're, let's see, maybe I'll have some notes. If you've spent your life taking care of other people and you're wondering when it's your turn, this is the place for you. And if you're oh so tired, you just feel tired in your bones from doing the same thing and not really enjoying life, if you feel like your spark is going out, this is the place for you. You are needed in this group. Please join us. And I'm just going to tell you at the front what I have to offer. And then we're going to do a fun doodle. So I've created this, I've created a year-long journey. I call it my warrior's journey. It was my journey as I struggled when I turned 49 and I couldn't figure out what was next for me. My marriage was on the rocks. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know who I was. I had been a stay-at-home mom for 30 years. I just didn't know what to do next, and I couldn't find my way out, and I was looking for someone to save me. And I realized there was no one coming to save me. The only one that could save me was me. So if you feel any of those things and you're looking for someone to save you, the time is now to stand up and save yourself. I know they're hard words, but it's time to save ourselves. So I have a program that I've created, I created it out of my own journey. And it's especially for women like you that don't know what's next, wonder if it's too late in life to start again, that you're like, I'm seeing the end, right? So this program starts with just learning how to believe in ourselves, love ourselves, and create joy in our lives. That's the first quarter. And then the second quarter is just as amazing, and it's learning how to build hope. It's hope is a skill, and we can build it on our own. It's learning how to create a vision for your future. And what's the other one? I forgot it. Oh, vision. Sorry, I've forgotten. I shouldn't have, but I did. It's all going to be fine, though. Notes. Said I was going without notes, and I'm pulling out my phone. Oh, that's right. And we're going to learn to build a self-care system, because most of us have forgotten how to really take care of ourselves. And today's world talks about self-care as go give yourself go out and give yourself a pedicure. Get yourself a pedicure. And I'm not saying pedicures are bad, but self-care is so much deeper than that, and we're just skimming over the surface. So we're going to really talk deep about that. Then in the third quarter, we're going to talk about bravely healing. And in that quarter, we're going to talk about looking at our thoughts and seeing how if they're supporting us or bringing us down. Looking at the stories we hold on so tightly to and seeing how those are helping us and how we can heal from our past. I have a doodle that I figured out how to do for myself that really changed how I saw my past and how I saw myself again. And then last but not least is we're going to become divine warriors by learning to focus on what really matters, by learning how to live boldly and becoming a divine warrior. I'm so excited about this program, and I'd like you to join me. The cost, you want to know the cost, so it's $997, which breaks down to about $84 a month or $3 a day. And I'm giving a bonus to the people who join during this round because I'm looking for feedback. So at the end of every module, there'll be a feedback form, and I'm looking for feedback. And then in exchange, I'm going to give unlimited one-to-one coaching. And so that means that we'll meet for an hour, we'll decide what you want to work towards, and then I'll give you homework, you get your homework done, and then you book another call with me. And so it keeps you going and accountable and heading in the right direction. And if you can't get your homework done and there's a problem, message me and we'll figure it out. We'll jump back on a call. There's no hard and fast rules here. So that's the program. I also want to tell you about, I do. So I created this planner to go with this program. So this planner is the 90-day Believe in You planner. This is just for the first quarter. And it's packed full of everything to keep you on track towards working towards believing in you. So super fun. It has evaluations that you can give yourself. It has a daily planner with other prompts to remind you to, who did you connect with? Who do you want to connect with today? What do you love about yourself? Things that we're already going to be working on, but daily prompts like that. And then a journal in the back with journal prompts and a place to do thought downloads, which we'll talk about in the program. I'm super excited about this planner, and this is the one I developed it, and now I'm using it on myself, and now I have brand new ones upstairs to mail out to anyone who signs up. The first one comes free with the program. So, and if you have any questions along the way, please ask me, because I'm be glad to jump on a call, or you can text me, anything you want. Okay. So now that we've got that out of the way, I might talk about it throughout, but now that we've got that out of the way, I'm going to talk to you about tools. So this is the tool I use the most in doodling, and it's Sharpie Ultrafine. There's also a Sharpie Fine, and I have a client who that's all she uses is this. It's a little bit too big for me. I prefer this, but either one will work. And the nice thing is, if you use watercolors, then these don't bleed. So, but it doesn't really matter if they bleed because it's kind of cool. So on that note, we're going to skid out our stuff, and we're just going to start making some marks on the page before we get too deep into our real project. So let me switch my camera. There we go. It looks a little bit crooked. Okay, so we're going to be making some marks on the page. And to do that, we're going to get a wide brush. one of these. This is probably $1 at the hardware store. These are just paintbrushes that I have. With something wide like this, but don't give up yet. If you don't have those kind of things, if you believed me when I said you can bring crayons or markers, these are just highlighters, and you can use highlighters. I also have colored pencils that you could use. I'm not going to pull out my other markers I have, but I have some alcohol markers. You could use those. Anything with color. Surprisingly, I raised 6 children. I have no crayons in my house, but the reason is if you color on walls, I can never get it off, so I don't have them in my house. Okay, so we're going to start with, let's start with a colored pencil, and is what we're going to do. We're just going to make marks without any. Let's see if I can get my camera just a little bit better without making everyone sick. Okay. So we're going to make some marks on the page, and we're going to do that. We're going to just take this colored pencil, and we're just going to scribble across here. I'm going to only do a quarter, only go half the way. Okay, so now we have some color on the page. And maybe I want to use green. I'm going to maybe scribble this way to give it a different texture. And we're just acting like children. And that is the science behind play. The science says that you can learn and implement, you can learn 400% faster by using creativity. So that's what we're doing, is we're just going to use some creativity and have some fun. Kids will scribble all day long, and they don't care they don't care if it's right or wrong. When I first started doing this, I used to erase all the time because, what if it looked bad? Let's see, what do I want to use next? So we're going to use this, and we're just going to make squiggly lines. Okay. And I want to do this because I think it looks so cool. And then we're going to make some hearts. Straight across. And this is with just this is a pen with color in it. But I do that because it's kind of fun. So okay. So I'm going to grab my watercolors. I might be a little bit discombobulated today because I was invited to speak at my friend's on her show, but it was a 5-hour drive, and I went there Monday and I got back today. So I had to get back for this. So I hope that I'm not clear crazy acting. Okay, so I'm going to take any color, but I won't think I'm using red. And I'm going to paint right over this purple. And do you see what it does? It must have some kind of, what do I want to say? I don't know, resistance to water, because it sits there and then it starts bleeding out. All right, so then the next thing, let's do another color. Okay. And then we're just going to take it all the way down, doing different colors. I really like this neon orange. We're going to let it bleed a little bit with the color before. Let's see. Let's use this. You see how it's starting to bleed a little? And we want to just let the colors bleed and see what happens. Okay. And here's a green. Here's a green colored pencil. I'm going to scribble here a little. And once again, we're just making marks. We're just seeing what the colors do. And then I'm going to, let's see what happens if I take green neon over it. That's kind of cool. I like that. And I think I want to end on the top. So let's use some, I don't know what color this is. I couldn't really tell. Oh, dark blue. And this is the same thing. You see how I'm going to take it deeper because I like it what it does on those. I think it's super cool. They must have some evaporative, maybe alcohol in them that makes the colors run. Okay, we're just going to leave that. I feel bad I didn't do any purple, so I'm going to do a purple just to add some more interest. Okay. That's just us making some marks and starting to have some fun. So set that aside. I'm going to tear mine out because I'm going to need the papers underneath. And just set it aside. Okay. So let's see. I'm still feeling crooked here. There we go. Okay. So after all that, let's get started on doing the doodle. So I've told you about the program. So speaking about it, I'm going to show you what's built in it. So starting from the middle, we're going to create a doodle of you. And so is what I like to tell everyone is someplace in your life you've probably played hangman. This is similar. So except for we're going to put clothes on ours and make her a dress, but it's similar. So we're going to first start with a head, which is just a round circle. And your circle is probably not going to be exactly round, and we don't care. Okay? And then we're going to give her some hair. And you can have hair that reflects you. So I usually wear my hair down, so I could do my hair down. But normally, when I'm doing a doodle of me, I do a bun. And have never worn a bun in my life, but it's just faster and easier for me. So you do what you want. It doesn't have to be exactly you. We're going to give her some eyes and a mouth. Okay. Now for the clothes. Once again, I give my girl a dress. I wear dresses very seldom, and when I do, I take them off the minute I can. But I'm going to do, it's just faster and easier for me, so I do a dress, and it's in the shape of a triangle. Okay, and it could be a long or short one, you choose. Okay. And then a heart right up here in the middle of her chest. And then we're going to give her arms with a hand right on that heart. And then I'm going to make this arm on her hip. And I'll explain that later, and then we're just going to give her some feet and legs. And there's your first doodle. Okay? There's just no mistakes here. We just keep moving, and we're like, that's good enough. I'm going to get better as I go. So now I want you to do a dotted line down the middle of her. So we're going to start, and once again, it probably won't be straight exactly. I'm going to start from the top down. Okay? So that is to represent that we are 50-50. We are 50% ugh and 50% yay in life. So on the left-hand side, that's the ugh side, we're going to dirty her up and mess her up a little bit. So I'm going to put some hairs that have fallen out of her bun, and maybe some hairs falling out and in her face. There's a tear going down on her face. Her face is kind of messy. Maybe she's been hurt on her face and up there, and then her arm's been hurt. Her dress has a patch on it and is ripped and is dirty. She's like what my 23-year-old daughter says. She's been going through it. So just have some fun. Even her leg is hurt. Okay? So I'll give you a minute to scuff her up a little bit. She's fallen down. She's gotten back up, but she might be limping some. We're not and the right hand side is she cleans up well. Okay, so as I said at the beginning, this is a little different from what I've done the last 4 times. So if you want to watch other ones, be my guest. But this one's my favorite way, so we're going to expound on it. So I want you to think about baggage that you might carry with you. So this is going to be a suitcase. Now, let me forewarn you that this is one of the lessons inside of my course that I've been talking about the whole time. And this is the doodle that literally changed the way I saw myself. I never thought I was ever good enough. I just kind of limped through. And this is the doodle that helped me. So this is her baggage that she keeps with her. And so there may be pain, and there may be heartache, and there may be trauma. And if you have something that's more specific to you, please add those. On this side too, she has suffered heartbreak, a broken heart. And she might have caused somebody else to have a broken heart. So we're going to write above it, broken heart. And I'm going to put some drops from it. This is meant to portray scales. I'm just going to write number here. And feet, place to put them. So, and we're going to write body shame. If you've ever had body shame. Okay. Here, this is this represents, sorry, my brain went dead for a minute, represents a vase. So, and it's broken and there's pieces. And that represents mistakes. And they may be mistakes that you made or somebody else made that hurt you, but mistakes that you may not be able to ever fix. Okay, and then this represents a gavel where you might have judged someone or someone might have judged you. So we're just going to write judgy. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go over to the other side. And we're going to start with a butterfly. And this butterfly represents kindness. And this is kindness that you have received from someone else or you've given. So I just want you to think about that for a minute. Okay. I just want to do this too. And then we are going to draw a flower. And this represents success. Okay. And think about something you've had success with. Probably more than one thing. Now I want to put here a heart, and I want that to be love. So who have you loved or has loved you? All right. And then we are going to make this is supposed to be like a blue ribbon. I'm going to put gold star. So an achievement, you've achieved something. And I'm going to put a star here. And I want you to think of the moments in your life when you have had and felt joy. And then up here in the corner, I want to do a sunshine. And I want to just remind you as we're doing this, that there's so many other things. And so these are just some ideas of mine, but you can add your own. Anything that you think of, you're like, oh, I want to talk about that. Last night when I gave this, the lady, she wanted to put on this side, she had been an alcoholic, so she wanted to put a glass of wine on here. Another lady that I worked with has had infertility, so she wanted to put something that represented that. So on this side, you can do so. You can on both sides, you can do things that really represent and resonate with you and with your own experience in life, how life has touched you, good or bad. Now up here, this sun is standing for hope, where you took another step. Okay, so right now we're going to stop and we're going to start coloring this in and talk about it a little bit as we go. me get my paints back out. So if you'd like to in the chat, it'd be fun if you can tell me how this doodle fits in with your life. If it resonates with you, and which things most resonate with you. Another one you could do is just put relationships, right? Sometimes relationships can be so fulfilling and so hard all at the same time. And also, it's just so nice when we can allow ourselves to feel those emotions and then let them go around these things, and to look at this girl here that we've done, and ourselves, and just be so proud of where she's been. This is why it was such a life-changing event for me, is because I was like, I did this for myself, and then I took a look and I went, oh, wow, you've really gone through some stuff. And I just wanted to hug myself and be so proud of myself. And you can do that too. All right, so I just gave her a little bit of color to her face. And we'll just let that dry and come back into it a little later. Okay, so I want to paint her dress. And think about those scuffs and those tears, and think about your past self and how proud you are that she came through it all, still standing. And this is what we cover in the first quarter of Believe in You. Is we cover the part about labels, about how we keep labels, and we believe that we can't, that's who we are. It's a funny story. My daughter, when she was, when she was a kid, she wanted to learn to sing, and I put her in singing lessons. But now today, her story is that I put her in singing lessons, and the poor sad her didn't know how to sing and never learned. Right? So her label is, I can't sing. So last night, when I was at this broadcast, there was a woman who sang and who was also who teaches people to sing. And afterwards, she was talking to me and another woman, and the other woman said, I am tone deaf, I cannot sing. And she's like, that is incorrect. That you can learn that it's just learning how to get your voice to the right place. And I can teach that. Isn't that an amazing thing? So my daughter thinks she can't sing, but she just needs the right training. There we go. All right, so now let's paint our mistakes that are broken and pieces all around us, and that they're not fixable. And let's paint our broken heart. Okay. And let's paint that. Paint our baggage. And I had another woman that I'm coaching. She told me that she learned that she thinks about our baggage as that you throw all of your wet laundry into our bag, into the suitcase, and then pack it around with you. And how does that smell and feel? You can't, it's kind of useless too, right? Your clothes all get smelly and moldy and mildewy, and you really can't ever wear them. And it smells. And so you're just packing around stuff that you don't even want. So, good thing to remember. And we're just going to let this bleed off into it. And then we have heartache. And then trauma. What color do we want trauma to be? Let's see what we think about that. With a little red sprinkled in. There we go. Okay. So let's paint our flower next. And I know we've all had some kind of success in our lives. I think I want this a little bigger, so let's just do this. There we go. And then let's paint the pot, green color. And that is something I want to remind you about. This is doodling, and so if we go out of the lines, it doesn't matter. I wanted that a little bigger, so I just made it bigger. Now let's paint the leaves. I want that. There we go. Now let's do that blazing sun. Now, let's talk again about the program. The program that goes slow. This is no longer, so if you're looking for, let me talk about that. If you're coming and you're looking for just more content to take in, this isn't the program for you. I've really set it up so that you can go through it and really implement and get the concepts into your bones so that as you go forward, this will really change your life. I've been the person who's always jumping to the next content and not actually implementing it. I just keep thinking if I learn, it's good enough. And learning does not equal life changing. Learning equals I know some stuff. But I might not be but I might put it into practice. I might not be. So I encourage you. So I encourage you to put this into practice and to jump into the program and I can help you so you can really squeeze out every bit of value you can. All right, so hope. What color do we want hope to be? No, that's joy. That's not hope, it's joy. I'm going to make it a star. And then I'm going to make this a blue ribbon. And the thing I like about painting it after is it makes me slow down and really think about it. In the last videos I've been doing, I didn't slow down and do this part. And it's such a major important part to just let our brain start soaking in what it's learning. So I encourage you, if you don't want to do watercolor, use paints, use a marker, use something that you can color each thing, where you can really start letting it become part of you. And I think I'll go with pink right down the middle. Okay. Oh, I forgot the feet. I want to color in her feet. I'll do it with a marker. And then here I want to go around so it shows better. Super cute, right? So in your life, how does this reflect your life? I find, here's the other one I was thinking that I've never used before that I wanted to put in. Sorry. On this side, I wanted to put a red cross. And this is going to reflect, I'm writing red cross. That's, I guess, we'll just go with it. Red cross. But this would be like your health. But it could also be a tragedy. So something to that effect. Let me get my paints back out so we can paint that. Let's see. Because health is so important, and it's really something that trips a lot of us up, whether it's your health, a loved one's health. It could be a hard thing to overcome. Oops. So another hard stumbling block right there. So in the comments, if you'd like to, comment and let me know how this resonated with you. There we go. I'd also like to put, there's so many other things we could put with both things, such as fun, laughing, enjoying your family. But you kind of, I try to keep these as broad as possible so you could kind of start seeing how everything kind of correlates. There's just, when I saw this girl of mine, I gained great compassion for her. And then I gained great compassion for everyone else. At the meeting that I keep talking about last night, the women there, all of them had a story of survival, really. That life was hard for them. One of them, her husband died of cancer when her kids were all small. Really, really tough things. Okay, so at the top of this, apparently I want to keep painting some, and that's okay. Okay, so at the top, above her head, I want you to write, I'm a divine warrior. And this proves whether you are a warrior. So I'm afraid I might have got it wet I don't want to smear my stuff though. I am a divine warrior. Okay. Now, the other thing I want to do, I smeared it a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm going to read some words off for you. And you're going to get the download. You're going to get these words in a download after this class. So check your email. Let me see if I can find the list. Here it is. Okay. And then below it, I want you to choose one of these thoughts to put underneath it. And I'm gonna give you a few, and or maybe you can either choose one or wait for the download to come. So let me type them in the comments. I am resilient, courageous, and unstoppable. We love that one. Okay. I have everything I need to thrive. My life is unfolding in perfect timing. Now, see if any of these resonate with you. My wisdom is my superpower. My heart is open to love in all its forms. And there's more than this, but I'm just going to give these. I wake up excited for what today will bring. Oh, I'm going to do one more. I inspire. I inspire. Okay. Others simply by being myself. Okay. So choose one of those. Choose one of those sayings. Now, once again, we're doing something a little different than before, than I have done. And we're going to draw. Let's see, what do I want to do? So before, we're just going to draw. So we're just going to draw a hero's cape. Okay. And on that cape, I want you to write the saying that we are writing, that we're writing, that I listed here. So I'm going to write, I inspire others by simply being myself. And now we're going to paint that. Let's see. I want to go with. We'll go with a. I'm going to go with it. I think I'll go with blue. I don't know. All right, blue it is. Okay, so we're just going to paint this. And hopefully we can see this enough. And we're going to pretend that that heart is right, and it is underneath it. No, the cape is underneath the rest of these. Okay. Okay. So this is what gives her superpowers, is that she can think new thoughts. Our brain believes what we tell it, no matter what we tell it. And most of us, me included, we tell it garbage stuff and then it believes it. So the more we give ourselves good things, the more good things come out. I have a client that I'm coaching, and she has a relationship she's working on. So her new thought she's working on is, I can give her all the grace and space that she needs. But let me tell you what happened when she started thinking that. She told me just last week when I met with her that she makes me want to cry. Sorry. That she has started giving herself more space and grace by thinking that thought about somebody else. So I want to go over my offer one more time, and I'll let you finish this up while I tell you again. I told you the first, I want to tell you again. So here's what it is. In my offer is we're gonna become warriors by the end of the year. This is a year-long program. And in it, I have it worked out step by step that you slowly work on. First, just believing in yourself. Believing in yourself, learning to love yourself, learning to create joy in your life. That's not the first 90 days. And the first 90 days with, oh, I had this. I was going to show you my planner again. Oh, that's good. I set it down. So let me go back on the screen. Let me, no, I don't want that. Right there. We're going to change cameras for a minute. So the program comes with this planner and all the supplies you need for the first 30 days. And this planner is created specifically to go along with the program. It's got worksheets in it. It's got every day to plan and then reminders for you. So one of the things I love is just a prompt to say what I love about me. And there's a journal in the back, a place to doodle. Here's the place to doodle. So, I mean, I just love this. It's really helped me to stay consistent. And you'll get one shipped directly to your door. And then we talk about building systems. And so you're going to build hope. Then you're going to build hope. You're going to build a self-care system, and you're going to build vision, like in the next 90 days. And then you're going to start bravely healing. You're going to heal, look at your thoughts, and you're going to start changing how you think. And you're going to look at your stories, and you're going to let go of some stories that you thought you had to hold on to. And you're going to look at your past and see if you can't reframe it. All of these things so that you can enter the next 90 days and become a warrior, become a divine warrior, that you're focused on what truly matters in your life. And I forgot the other one. Oh, so you become bold and focused. Sorry, brain. So I really encourage you to jump on this program, and you get coaching with me. This is one-on-one coaching for a year, and we'll meet for an hour, figure out where you want to go, and then after you get they'll give you a little bit of homework. You get your homework done, make another appointment, and this keeps you really on this going exactly where you want to go, and you're going to get there, and we're going to all have a celebration at the end. This is something that I really wish I would have had instead of having to figure it all out. So I encourage you to jump on this, because it's really it's not gonna be around very long. I've only opened it up to 10 people, and I'd really love you to join me and see what it's like inside. So I think that's all. If you have questions, you can book a call with me and we can chat, or you can message me, and I'll take all the questions you want to ask. And let's see, what else is there? You can really love your life. You can design a life you love. I know it because I did it, and I know it because my clients are doing it. It's just miraculous how much you can change yourself, and it's not too late. Give this gift to yourself and join me in the program that starts in July 1st. So, all right. Any more questions? I'll stay on for just a minute, and then we'll go, and I'll let you decide what you want to do. Let's see. If you learn nothing else from this, I want you to know that you are a warrior. And I want you to look at yourself and the things you've been through, the things you've overcome, the things you've done in creating your life, and see yourself as the divine warrior you already are. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.